Krishna kirtan ghana nartana paro premamritambo nidhi.
We now walk through the fields to Kadamba, our next destination on the eastern side of Nandagrama.
Nirmatsarao pujito Sri Chaitanya kripabharao bhuvi bhuvo.
We meet a mother and daughter on their way to the rice fields.
Vande rupa sanatana raghuyuga Sri Jiva Gopalato Nana Sastra Vicharanaika Nipuna.
We see some ladies threshing the rice by hand.
Lokanam hitakarinau tribhuvane manyau sharanyakarau Radha Krishna padhara vinda bhajana Nandena mattalikau Vande rupa sanatana raghuyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako.
We cross the irrigation canal.
Gunarnu varnana vidau Shraddha samriddhanvitau Papo tapani krintanau tanubrita Govinda ganamrite Anandam buddhivardhanaika nipunau.
In the distance we see Kadamba. To the left is a Sheshavan. We'll go there after Kadamba.
Sri Jiva Gopalakau Tyaktva turnama shesha mandalapati Shrenim sada.
Kadamba is a very beautiful place, and the devotees here take care of it very nicely. For Kartik, they placed nice decorations all around.
Gopi bhavara samrida bilarahi Kailola magnau muhu.
Here we see a painting of what happens here every evening. Krishna comes to Kadamba just before returning to Nandagram for his evening meal, and he calls for all the cows. He knows each cow personally, and sometimes calls for them by name, and calls for the different groups, like the white cows, brown cows, and grey cows, and they all moo in response. We go into Srila Rupa Goswami's Bhajan Kutia. On the altar we see a picture of a famous pastime of his, which occurred here. It was the birthday of his brother, Srila Sanatan Goswami. And Rupa was thinking how nice it would be to prepare some nice sweet rice for him and offer it to him on this day. At that time he was sitting under a Kadamba tree writing, when a young girl suddenly appeared out of the forest and offered him the ingredients for making sweet rice. She told him there had been a wedding in the village and that these things were left over, and the elders had told her to take them and give them to some Babaji in the forest. She left the things there and disappeared as suddenly as she had appeared. Srila Rupa Goswami then made some sweet rice and took it to Sanatan, who was living by Pavan Sarovar. Sanatan tasted it and became stunned in ecstasy. He asked Rupa, "Where did you get this?" And Rupa explained about the young girl. Sanatan said, "There was no wedding in the village. That was Srimati Radharani who brought these things. You've made me accept service from her." Then they both sat together and took the remnants of that sweet rice, while their tears of ecstasy dripped into it. Srila Rupa Goswami lived here for some years and wrote many of his transcendental literatures here, including parts of Lalita Madhava. It is described that when he would write of Radha and Krishna being separated, he would cry, reflecting that elevated spiritual mood, and the trees would cry also, dropping their flowers and leaves into the waters of the Kund. Then, when he would write of Radha and Krishna meeting again, the trees would manifest new flowers and leaves, reflecting that joyful, transcendental emotion. Bhakti Ratnakara describes, one day, while discussing Radha and Krishna's pastimes in separation at Tirkadamba, all the Vaishnavas cried and fell to the ground unconscious. The heart of Rupa Goswami was burning like a large fire, yet he did not disclose this fact. As Rupa Goswami exhaled, his breath touched one devotee who was burnt by the heat, and blisters formed on his body. Seeing this, everyone became astonished. The old Kadamba tree known as Tir Kadamba used to grow here, and the devotees have built seats for the divine couple in this place. When Krishna goes out with the cowherd boys every morning, he often leaves them after a while when they're near Tir Kadamba, and comes here to meet Srimati Radharani as she walks back to Yavat after cooking his breakfast. Some of the boisterous young boys wonder what he's doing, leaving them to meet some girls. You can't have fun with girls, they say. Girls can't run fast, and they cry too easily. What's the point of associating with girls? But some of the older boys, like Subal and Sridhar, know the wonderful nature of Radha and Krishna's conjugal relationship, and they assist them in their pastimes here at Tir Kadamba. Sri Jiva Gopalako, Sri Jiva Gopalako.